If you were going to make a video game today and you didn't have a studio and you were just starting out and you had to start from scratch all over again, no funds, no tech, whatever happens, maybe you sold and they decided to boot you out or it just failed or whatever, what would you make?
All of our ideas are way too valuable. We can't just give them away for free. They're all million sellers in the waiting. Nobody, yeah.
If you have money, ask me after the show.
So, actually, that part of the creative process I find really interesting, so I actually would like to talk about it a little bit. And the answer is I don't know, and I can't really know. To me, a lot of game development, the analogy that springs to mind is it's like you've got this vast jungle, and you know that somewhere out there, there's a city of gold. Like you know it. You can feel it in your bones. You're not going to know exactly where it is. You have an idea of what it looks like, and you've got just a gut feeling of where it is, but you've got to actually get in there and start chopping to figure out what that game's going to be. At least that's the way it is for me. The games that, Wizard, we had a core idea, and the game that shipped was that core idea, but it didn't look exactly like I thought it was. Same with Pirate. It wasn't exactly the game that I thought. The game had to make itself known to us, and the way you do that is just start marching. So, I spent a lot of time not just going, oh my God, what's a good idea? What's a good idea? But instead just kind of think of just different ideas and how they might mix and knew this might actually, that could go with, oh no, that doesn't work at all. And maybe I'll try that over, well, okay, we'll shove that idea over here into this folder for a while. It's the creative process is not, it's not like to me building a house. We're just going to sit down, whip out a blueprint and get to work. It doesn't work that way. At least not for me.
To me, it starts with the space, not the idea necessarily. It is, and I think KingsIsle actually does a really good job at that, and that is, you spoke to this earlier where people said that you're insane to go where no one else does. Yeah, well, you want to go where no one else is if you want to, rise to the top. So Shadow Bane catered to a PvP market when no one else was making those games. Similarly, you guys came into the forefront in terms of the kid games when you were able to deliver a AAA experience that really didn't exist yet in that side of the space. We tried to do the same thing in Star Wars, which was, hey, can we bring in the story element into the massively multiplayer space? Too many people get in love with the idea of, hey, let's take a copy of this game and create our own new character and whatnot. And to me, the exciting stuff is how can I do something that's different, just has its own little territory that it can own, where people are actually hungry, where even if it's a small audience, people are actually hungry for that space. And if you look at the big successes, the Minecrafts and the Sims and whatnot, those are places where it was fertile territory. And you look at that in retrospect, you're like, wow, people were stupid not to make the Sims before Will did. And to be honest, I'm still astonished that more people aren't ripping it off, because clearly so many people are eager for that market.